Hi, my name's Jeff Knight. I'm with Spaberry. And you know what? Today I want to talk to you about your bathtub in your home. You know, it's a funny thing. We all have a bathtub, a jetted tub, or a soaker tub, and we all want to use them for the same reason. You know what that is? We want to sit and soak and get the aches and pains out of our body. With all the stresses we're going through today, we need them more than ever. The challenge, of course, is, you know, when you go to use one, what do we have to do? Well, we have to think about it before we actually use it, and we shouldn't have to. What we do is we go, Survivor's on about 8 o'clock, so you know what? I better start filling this thing around 6:30. So what do? We go turn the hot water on, the cold water, we think we got the temperature right, and we go to jump in about 20 minutes later, and you know what? It's too hot. So we turn a little bit of cold water on, we finally get the temperature where we like it, and we sit in there, we're enjoying it for about 5 minutes. And then the water starts to get cold. You know why? Because there's no heater to maintain the heat. Because of that, we have to go turn more hot water on, and as we're turning more hot water on, what happens is we realize we're out of hot water. We drained our whole hot water tank just filling the bathtub. Not real convenient, doesn't make a lot of sense. And you know what? The other thing that we don't like about our jetted tubs is we sit down in them, and because they're only about 24 inches tall to begin with, we sit in the water and it only gets us about mid-waist. And the problem with that is if we want to get our neck and shoulders, we got to scooch back like this, and when we do, our feet come out the other side. Well, now our feet are getting cold while the rest of us is getting warm. Now we're in there that short period of time, we get out, and we're going, geez, that was a lot of work. And then we look down and we go, great, now I got to drain it, now I got to clean it. You know what? Fill it, drain it, clean it every time we use it doesn't sound like a lot of fun. If you ask anybody who owns a jetted bathtub, you know what happens? They all want one in a home. We all do. Until we start using them 2 or 3 or 4 times and we go, that was too much work. And because of that, we don't end up using them. They end up gathering dust. We put our clothes on the side of them. We just don't use them because of the inconvenience of how we have to clean them, how we have to fill it and drain it every time we use it. And when you think about it, there are people who really need the therapy. And quite frankly, that's probably a lot of us out there. And if you really need the therapy and you really want to be in that jetted tub and you really are using it, think about the use. If you're using it, say, even every other day. Now, the average jetted tub out there is about 60 gallons of water. Well, if we do the math on that and we used it every other day for a year, we would go through 10,950 gallons of water a year. Well, if you ask me, that's not too good for the environment. Water's a big concern nowadays, and flushing over 10,000 gallons of water down the drain just so that we can get some great hydrotherapy, probably not the smartest thing we've ever done. In addition to that, think about all the water you had to heat in your hot water tank and the wear and tear on your hot water tank. All of that costs you money, costs you time, costs you effort. And now, think about this. If you did use it every other day for a year, that means you had to fill it, right, 182 times. You had to drain it 182 times, and you had to clean it 182 times. Not a lot of fun. Well, you know what? Customers kept asking us for a solution. We came up with it, but we didn't do it without our customers' input. In fact, we took over 500 customer surveys, and they were saying, hey, could you build something that could fit in an ensuite? Maybe something that I could put in even my man cave or my fitness room or my ensuite, my balcony. We had people that were saying, hey, I've got an RV and I want to take it with me. I want to take my jetted tub with me. So you know what? You take all this input and you kind of put it all together with your engineering staff and you say, what can we come up with? Now, everybody knows at Spaberry, we came out with the 2-person Spaberry about 3 years ago, and it's been phenomenal. The success has been absolutely beyond belief. Everybody's buying Spaberries. But the challenge we had with the Spaberry is it was just a little bit too long to fit into most en-suites. So we've invented miberry. Miberry is your personal Spaberry. Now, what we've done is we've incorporated all of the great things from Spaberry, but packaged them in a little bit of a smaller container. Basically, you're looking at about a 73-inch length, 29-inch height, 50-inch width. And if you look at jetted bathtubs today, or bathtubs in general, what you're going to find is so many of them are all now freestanding. That's right. Look in any bathroom trends magazine out there, and you're going to see that 80–90% of the bathtubs in designer homes are all freestanding. The challenge is you still have to plumb it, you still have to do all that extra work. Now with a miberry, you simply buy it, bring it to your house, take it out of the box, place it anywhere in your home, whether, like we say, your ensuite, your fitness room, wherever you want, fill it with a garden hose, plug it in to any standard 15-amp wall socket, and you're ready to go. That's how simple it is. Now in a second here, we're going to show you how it works. Let's have a closer look at your new miberry. The first thing you're going to notice is this comes with a one-piece berry seal cover. Now why that's important is when you look at big spas and they're outdoors, they have a two-piece cover. They get that seam in the middle with a bar in there, it flips over, and you know, to get the cover on and off. The problem is where that seam is, there's an air gap. And where there's an air gap, you're going to lose heat, you're going to lose moisture, and you're going to lose energy. It's going to cost you more to run. Well, with miberry, we created the berry seal cover. One piece, form fitted, absolutely beautiful, and the best part, it sucks down. In other words, it's a perfect seal. Keeps the heat in, and it keeps the moisture from getting into our home. What you're first going to notice too is the straps on the front side. They come down, they lock, and there's a key turn. Always make sure that your cover is locked when you've got small children around. Take a second here and unlock this. The next thing you're going to notice, when you go to pull up on your cover, there's a real pull, a tug. It's got a suction there. Nice thing with that is that you're not losing that moisture, right? Keep the heat in, keep the energy bill down. That's what miberry is about. The cover, you can simply let it rest on the back side and it stands up like that. No expensive cover lifts to buy because simply the straps hold into the locks on the back side of your miberry. The very first thing you're going to notice before you get in your new miberry is our topside control. And one of the coolest things we've ever done is now with miberry. We've introduced our new QR code. You simply go over there with your smartphone or your tablet and it's going to take you to a beautiful landing page. On that landing page, you're going to be able to get a product presentation. And wait a minute, maybe that's what you're doing right now. Maybe you're in one of our many retail outlets and you've already clicked on that and you're listening to us. Well, thank you for doing so. But if you're at your home, you've already got your miberry there and maybe you need some help. There's something you don't understand about the product. Well, you know what? We've made it simple. Simply click on FAQs and that'll take you to about 35 different video answers. That's right, over 35 different video answers on the product. Additionally, when you first get your miberry and you've clicked on your QR code and gone to the landing page, the very first thing I want you to do is register your warranty online. There's a simple click on the icon there and away you go. The next one is if you ever need service on your miberry, we want you to fill out an online e-service request form. And as soon as you do that, we're going to contact you both by phone and by email. It's that simple. Now let's take a look at a couple of the other beautiful functions on the miberry that make it so simple and so easy to use. The very first thing you'll notice is a jet button, then there's a light button, there's an up and down button, and there's a program feature. The jet button is simple. First time you touch it, it's going to turn your jets on low speed. That's for a nice gentle massage. You want it a little bit more extreme, you kick it on there. Now, the one thing that you're also going to notice is that there's a valve control right here. That's going to turn your waterfall up and your waterfall down. So you can simply adjust it the way you want it. Your light function is right next to it, and when you turn your light on, an LED light appears in the water and changes the color. So you can set the mood, the tone of the evening. That can change to 4 different colors, and you can lock it into any separate color as you like. Your up and down buttons are for 2 things. Number 1, to adjust your temperature and set it where you like it. The program feature, you can set how long your filtration cycles are on for, how often they come on, and you can change it from Fahrenheit if you're an old guy like me and that's all you understand, or to Celsius like everything else maybe up in Canada or in Europe, wherever you're installing your new miberry. So both in Fahrenheit and in Celsius. You'll use your up and down buttons to toggle through those functions in your programming. So that's about as simple and as easy as it gets to own and operate a miberry. One of the biggest things we knew when we were developing the miberry is we knew that so many of these were going to go indoors. In fact, over 80% are going inside. It's critically important that if it's going inside, that your whole house doesn't smell like chemicals. Nobody wants that. I mean, I've been in houses with big swimming pools, and as soon as you open the front door, that's what you smell. Well, with miberry, we didn't want that. And the other thing we didn't want was we didn't want you having a lot of work to maintain your water. Your water should be crisp, should be clean, should be odor-free. That's what's important. And it should be ready to use 24 hours a day. You know what? All of this shouldn't be a big work project either. I'm sure you have enough work in your life. Well, you know what? With miberry, we're going to use the same water conditioning product that we've been using on spaberry for the last 3 years. And what is it called? It's called Berry Pure. Now, what Berry Pure is, it's an all-natural moss, grows in the wild down in New Zealand. It assists in inhibiting the growth of bacteria, fungus, yeast molds, or algae in water. It actually helps in assisting balancing your pH, and my favorite thing, it pulls all the minerals out of the water. Now, what's nice about that is it softens the water. So when you put your hand or your whole body in the water, it's like bathing in rainwater. It's absolutely phenomenal. Because of that, you have soft skin when you get out. You're not dry, you're not itchy. Now, that's how we condition the water. You're still going to add a little teaspoon of chlorine once a week to sanitize your water. You need to have that in there to sanitize. Now, when you think about it, putting a teaspoon of chlorine in about 78 gallons of water once a week is less than what we'll have in an actual glass of drinking water. So the beautiful part about that is when you get out, you don't smell like a vat of chlorine. Your skin's not dry, your skin's not itchy, your eyes aren't itchy, you're not bleaching bathing suits out. It's simply phenomenal. It's easy to take care of, and that's what it's all about. Let's get the aches and pains and stress out of our body. Let's not put more work into our life, right? And that's what miberry is all about and what Berry Pure is all about, enjoying your spa. All of our clients have been asking us to make sure that when we built the new miberry, that we actually gave them the ultimate in massage. And you know what's funny? For years and years in the spa business, everybody's going, I need more and more and more jets. Well, you know what? It's really not about how many jets you have in a tub. It's about how powerful they are and where they're placed. But on top of that, it's not about the jetting itself. Where we really get a lot of our therapy from is in a deep soak and hot water. But more importantly, we were looking at what could we add to that experience. Not just the hot water, not the massaging of the jets, because guess what? You can get that in any spa today. The one thing you can't get in any spa, but you can only get in a miberry, is our new Berry-Sage technology. Now, what Berry-Sage is we looked at the Japanese method of massage called shiatsu, and it's all about pressure points. Relieving the aches and pains in our body is not just about pushing water on it. How about when your body is laying up against pressure points? Well, what we've done with our Berry-Sage back here, you'll notice all of these nodules. There's over 500 Berry-Sage nodules throughout the back area here. You don't even have to turn your jets on. Simply lay against this back and the pressure points against your skin start alleviating the pain. They increase circulation. It's absolutely phenomenal. If you've ever had anybody do some reflexology on you, what they're going to do is they're going to take your feet and they're going to put the pressure points onto your feet, right? On the pads of your feet and so on and so forth. And that starts relieving a lot of the pressure going from our legs to our hips, to our lower back, to our shoulders. Well, in a miberry, we've started with the Berry-Sage up top, but we haven't stopped there. When you get into it, the entire floor of your miberry and the facing wall is all Berry-Sage. So that means that every part of your body can be placed against a Berry-Sage nodule. All of your back, the back side of your legs, your calves, and your feet all at one time. You haven't even turned a jet on. You're sitting there, soothing hot waters, getting the aches and pains out, increasing your blood flow. It's just phenomenal. Nobody else has this. You've never seen this before. It's a miberry exclusive. Now, when you look back at your jets, one of the coolest thing about the berry jets in here is you can adjust the water flow up and down. Plus, You can simply turn them like this, pop them out, because there's 3 different styles of massage patterns. Put them back in, snap them down, and away you go. Okay? The nice thing with this is, suppose you just want your shoulders really being massaged, dial it up as much as you want, and down here, turn them off. So it's on and off just like a tap. So you know what? You're sitting, just imagine, in your new miberry, in your ensuite, in your new home, or renovation, and you're sitting there getting all the aches and pains out of your body 24/7, 365 days a year. It's always hot, it's always ready for you. Well, you know what? There's only one thing left to do now. You know everything there is to know about miberry. All you gotta do is pick your color. That's right. Blueberry, strawberry, snowberry, slateberry, or pennyberry. Whichever color is gonna suit your decor the best, just pick it, get the item number, go to the cashier, she'll run it through the till, and in no time whatsoever, you're gonna be soaking, getting those aches and pains out of your body in your brand new miberry, in the convenience and comfort of your own ensuite, or your patio, or wherever you end up putting it. And you know what? If you're online right now shopping, you can simply go to our Buy Online tab and it'll take you direct to our online store, pick out what color you want there, fill out your information, go to the shopping cart, and away you go. We'll get it out to you. Thanks for listening, and congratulations on your new miberry.